Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So we're back again, reading from the Bhagavatam. Where are we?
Canto 4, Chapter 11, Text 1.
New chapter. Woo! And the chapter is entitled
Swayambhuva Manu advises Dhruva Maharaj to stop fighting.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Thank you. Text 1. Sri Maitreya said, My dear Vidura, when Dhruva Maharaj heard the encouraging words of the great sages, he performed the Achaman by touching water, and then took up his arrow made by Lord Narayan and fixed it upon his bow. Purport. Dhruva Maharaj was given a specific arrow made by Lord Narayan himself, and he now fixed it upon his bow to finish the illusionary atmosphere created by the Yakshas. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Mam eva ye prapadyante, mayam etam taranti te. Without Narayan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one is able to overcome the action of the illusory energy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also given us a nice weapon for this age. As stated in the Bhagavatam, Sango Pangastra. In this age, the Narayan Nastra, or weapon to drive away Maya, is the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in pursuance of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, such as Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda, Gadadhar, and Srivas.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's the chanting that will bring us to our senses and clear the fog out of the brain.
Yeah. Well, really finding it hard to focus with these new glasses on.
Oh.
Yeah. When I put it down like this, it's kind of okay because I'm looking through the bottom there, but when I look up there, it's like blurry. Okay. All right. Text 2. Yeah. The Sangopangastra. As soon as Dhruva Maharaj joined the Narayanastra arrow to his bow, the illusion created by the Yakshas was immediately vanquished. Just as all material pains and pleasures are vanquished when one becomes fully cognizant of the self. Purport. Krishna is like the sun, and Maya is like the illusory energy of Krishna. Maya, or the illusory energy of Krishna, is like darkness. Darkness means absence of light. Similarly, Maya means absence of Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness and Maya are always there, side by side. As soon as there is awakening of Krishna consciousness, all the illusory pains and pleasures of material existence are vanquished. Mayam etam taranti te. Constant chanting of the Mahamantra will keep us always aloof from the illusory energy of Maya. So interesting how Srila Prabhupada is, at least in these two purports, he's really gone to the holy name and the importance of the holy name, chanting the holy name. I guess in comparison to this term, the Narayanastra, which is the arrow that Dhruva Maharaj was drawing to his bow. So the analogy is that this holy name is the astra, or the weapon, in Kali Yuga for us to defeat the mind and to defeat darkness, basically.
Text 3. Even as Dhruva Maharaj fixed the weapon made by Narayan Rishi onto his bow, arrows with golden shafts and feathers like the wings of a swan flew out from it. They entered the enemy soldiers with a great hissing sound, just as peacocks enter a forest with tumultuous crowing. Text 4. These sharp arrows dismayed the enemy soldiers, who became almost unconscious, but various yakshas on the battlefield in a rage against Dhruva Maharaj somehow or other collected their weapons and attacked. Just as serpents agitated by Garuda rushed toward Garuda with upraised hoods, all the yaksha soldiers prepared to overcome Dhruva Maharaj with their upraised weapons. Text 5. When Dhruva Maharaj saw the yakshas coming forward, he immediately took his arrows and cut the enemies to pieces. Separating their arms, legs, heads and bellies from their bodies, he delivered the yakshas to the planetary system, which is situated above the sun globe and which is attainable only by first-class brahmacharis who have never discharged their semen. Purport. To be killed by the Lord or by his devotees is auspicious for non-devotees. The yakshas were killed indiscriminately by Dhruva Maharaj, but they attain the planetary system attainable only for brahmacharis who never discharge their semen. As the impersonate jnanis or the demons killed by the Lord attain Brahmaloka or Satyaloka, persons killed by a devotee of the Lord also attain Satyaloka. To reach the Satyaloka planetary system described here, one has to be elevated above the sun globe. Killing, therefore, is not always bad. If the killing is done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his devotee, or in great sacrifices, it is for the benefit of the entity killed in that way. Material so-called non-violence is very insignificant in comparison to killing done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his devotees. Oh Lord. Even when a king or a state government kills a person who is a murderer, that killing is for the benefit of the murderer, for thus he may become cleared of all sinful reactions. What a controversial purport. On quite a number of levels. I mean, just the last point, because I know there's every now and then when I'm seeing news or whatever and someone's done some horrible crime and some people like, I'm talking in this country because they used to have
capital punishment.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word. Yeah, they used to have capital punishment, and then some people always said bring it back, and then you have another side saying yes, but mistakes also have been proven to be made in history, and so an innocent man or woman could get killed, but I don't know how many mistakes, maybe loads, I don't know, but so that's one point about capital punishment. But this point, I mean, if you take this book, someone picks up this, what's this book, and these books are available already, they're not hidden because it's not like some secret cult thing. You can, if you want a book of it from the Hare Krishna temple, you can get it. Most likely, even if you don't want it, you're gonna get it. So you take statements like, what is it?
Killing isn't always bad.
Yeah, if the killing is done, therefore killing is not always bad. Killing therefore is not always bad. That's one point. And then it goes another sentence. If the killing is done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and someone might say, oh right, well anyway, where is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Because then Prabhupada says, or his devotee, or in great sacrifices. I mean, Lord, someone could have a field day with that. And then material so-called non-violence is very insignificant in comparison to killing done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his devotees. So yeah, people could really debate that, like what? Because at the moment, a hymn sign, this is all popular, Isn't it? A hymn sign, But I'm just saying that I'm not protesting. I'm just saying that people take these points and or someone beats you up and I'm a devotee, so it's alright.
Yeah, of course it can, like anything, it can be misused, but somehow Srila Prabhupada's really trying to drive home the principle of being Krishna conscious and doing something versus being not Krishna conscious and not doing something. Like, killing, or, going to war, or Krishna encouraged Arjuna to fight, the Battle of Kurukshetra, and may come across that he's a bit of a warmonger, but he was doing it for, Krishna was encouraging him to do it because he knew it needed to be done. There needed to be rectification to the people that he was fighting. And the idea was you do it for the higher purpose. But the challenge will always be, like, there are people who, kill in the name of God. I think there's a famous Rage Against the Machine song, killing in the name of dun dun. If you know that, you can give a thumbs up down there. So people, will go and blow something up or kill someone and, assassinate this person, assassinate that person in the name of God. And, how is one to know that really that's what God wanted, That person may believe that it is. And for all we know, it may be what God wanted. God may have literally spoke to that person. I was hearing something the other day about Noah, who built the ark.
Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark. It was Noah's Ark, yeah, but his name was Noah.
Yeah, but this...
Ark wasn't a surname or something.
I know. That's why it's Noah's Ark.
Yeah. And so, the way it was being explained, I hadn't heard this, was that Noah built the ark, but they lived like, hundreds of miles away from the sea. He had no experience of even building a boat. No one around there knew how to build a boat because they didn't need a boat. And at that time, the earth was, the crops were nourished by underground irrigation. There weren't actual flowing rivers or rainfall even. So when he got the insight of the word from God that I'm going to basically wipe out all of humanity except for you and your family and, some of the animals, I want you to build a boat. And he started building it. People thought this guy is certainly Cracker Jacks. And, why is he built? There's no water here. And evidently, I think it was something like 125 years before the actual flood happened. He was building that boat for like 125 years, waiting, preparing. So, meanwhile, God had spoken to him from within. And everyone else thought the man's crazy. And he may himself even have thought, I must be crazy sometimes. And that point was also brought up. So the point being that, it is hard to know whom God is speaking to and what he's saying to them or telling them. But at the same time, it can be a very dangerous thing. Of course, you make to make a blanket statement and then, yes. Anyway, like you said, it's controversial. There could be a lot of conversation. Should we read on and see what else?
Yes, please.
Okay. Merry Christmas. An important word in this verse is urdhva retasaha, which means brahmacharis who have never discharged semen. Celibacy is so important that even though one does not undergo any austerities, penances, or ritualistic ceremonies prescribed in the Vedas, if one simply keeps himself a pure brahmachari, not discharging his semen, the result is that after death he goes to the Satyaloka. Generally, sex life is the cause of all miseries in the material world. There you go, completely against popular belief. In the Vedic civilization, sex life is restricted in various ways. Out of the whole population of the social structure, only grihastas are allowed restricted sex life. All others refrain from sex. The people of this age especially do not know the value of not discharging semen. As such, they are variously entangled with material qualities and suffer an existence of struggle only. The word urdhva ritasaha especially indicates the Mayavadi sannyasis who undergo strict principles of austerity. But in the Bhagavad Gita 8.16, the Lord says that even if one goes up to Brahmaloka, he again comes back down. Abrahma bhuvana loka punar avartino arjuna. Therefore, actual mukti or liberation can be attained only by devotional service, because by devotional service one can go above Brahmaloka, or to the spiritual world, wherefrom he never comes back. Mayavadi sannyasis are very proud of becoming liberated, but actual liberation is not possible unless one is in touch with the Supreme Lord in devotional service. It is said, Harim vina namritam taranti. Without Krishna's mercy, no one can have liberation. Harim vina namritam taranti. Without Krishna's mercy, no one can have liberation. Okay, so quite a few powerful points discussing the principle of brahmacharya, the benefits of just simply not discharging semen, but above that and sort of inferred is that if someone is performing devotional service, then he not only goes back to Satyaloka, or he doesn't go back to Satyaloka, he goes beyond Satyaloka, beyond Brahmaloka, and he goes back to the spiritual world, wherefrom he never comes back. So it seems to imply that, basically performing devotional service, or like Lord Chaitanya in the one pastime where there was a brahmachari who was hiding in the closet or something while the nocturnal kirtans were going on, and he sensed someone was here, and he said, "Who is here?" And they said, "Oh, it's a brahmachari who doesn't drink milk." And he said, "What? Just by not drinking milk you can see me?" So, and they booted him out. So in the same way, you think just by being a brahmachari, just by semen retention, you can see me. And it's of course good, it's positive, everything about it, as Prabhupada mentions, there are so many benefits. At the same time, that is not the only qualification for seeing Krishna. Just because we're brahmachari, there has to be devotional service, there has to be bhakti.
Thank you very much. We'll leave it there now.
Leave it out, mate. Alright, so we'll stop there. Yes, thank you all very much for tuning in. Hopefully you're all getting ready, sitting by the Christmas tree, hanging your stockings up, and getting ready for a nice
Santa.
Christmas break for Santa to come. Shantas, the Shantas.
There's no shanty over Christmas, especially when you're with your family.
Krishna. Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Haribol.